Welcome to Building Wealth with Josh Fard, real insights for real families, where we dive into practical tips and expert advice to help hardworking families achieve financial stability and build wealth through home ownership. In each episode, Laura Lee brings you valuable insights straight from Josh Fard, founder of First Nation Financial, with over 30 years experience helping families realize their dreams of financial success. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the podcast where we explore the journeys of people striving for financial security and personal growth. Today, we're diving into an inspiring story of a Houston couple, James and Maria, who turned their dream of home ownership into reality using a VA loan. If you've ever thought about buying a home and you think it requires a massive down payment, their story is going to prove otherwise. Thanks to the benefits of VA loans and the expert guidance from First Nation Financial, James and Maria secured a home with zero down payment and minimal upfront costs. Meet James and Maria. James is a retired Marine who served for over 10 years, and Maria is a registered nurse. For years, they rented a home in Houston. They thought they weren't financially ready to buy a house. "We thought we needed at least 20% down," Maria recalls. With rising rent prices, saving that much felt impossible. But as their family grew and rent continued to increase, they started to explore other options. One day, a fellow veteran mentioned VA loans. It was a program specifically designed for active duty service members, veterans, and eligible spouses. Unlike conventional loans, VA loans requires no down payment and have no private mortgage insurance or PMI. This meant James and Maria could afford a home much sooner than they thought. Step 1. Learning about VA loans. Curious but skeptical, James and Maria reached out to First Nation Financial, a company known for helping first-time homebuyers and veterans navigate the mortgage process. The team explained that VA loans offer significant benefits: no down payment required, no PMI, which reduces monthly costs, competitive interest rates, and flexible credit requirements. Maria was still unsure, and she asked about hidden fees. The loan officer assured them VA loans have limited closing costs, and in many cases, seller concessions can help cover them. With this information, they felt confident moving forward. Step 2, getting pre-approved. The next step is pre-approval, which would determine how much home they could afford. First Nation Financial helped James and Maria gather the necessary documents, including James' certificate of eligibility, his COE, from the VA, proof of income, and credit history. Because VA loans are more flexible with credit requirements, they didn't need a perfect credit score to qualify. Within days, they received pre-approval for a $350,000 home loan. This meant they could start house hunting with a clear budget in mind. Step 3, finding their dream home. Excited but cautious, they connected with a real estate agent who specialized in VA loans. Houston has a competitive housing market, but knowing that they didn't need a huge down payment gave them an advantage. After viewing several homes, they found the perfect one, a 3-bedroom house in a quiet suburban neighborhood, close to schools and James' favorite fishing spot. The listed price was $340,000, and their agent suggested that they negotiate seller concessions, asking the seller to cover part of the closing costs. Thanks to the expert advice from First Nations Financial, they structured an offer that included a request for $8,000 and seller paid closing costs. The seller accepted. Step 4, closing the deal with minimal upfront costs. With their offer accepted, First Nation Financial guided them through the closing process. Because VA loans allow zero down payment, they only needed to cover minimum fees, most of which were handled through seller concessions. Their total upfront cost was less than $2,000. James and Maria could not believe how smooth the process was. "We thought buying a home would take years," James said. First Nation Financial made it possible in months. Today, James and Maria are proud homeowners, paying a mortgage that's actually lower than their rent. Instead of watching their hard-earned money go to a landlord, they're building equity and financial stability for their future. If you're a veteran or an active duty service member wondering if home ownership is possible, take it from Maria and James. It absolutely is. VA loans provide an incredible opportunity to buy a home without the financial burden of a large down payment. And with experts like First Nation Financial guiding the way, the process is easier than you might think. Visit our website to get started. That's it for today, but if you found this story inspiring, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories on financial empowerment and personal growth. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to Building Wealth with Josh Fard, Real Insights for Real Families. We hope today's insights bring you closer to your financial goals. And if you're ready to take the next step toward financial security, reach out to Josh and his team at First Nation Financial. You can visit the website at fnfloan.com or call 832-955-9255 to learn more. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes, and we'll see you in the next episode.